Hey friends, how are you doing? So if you are in the virtualization, you must be here that vSphere has released its latest edition hypervisor, that is ESXi 8.0. Yes, you hear it right. People are already using it, and still I'm stuck on 7.0, and vSphere has released its 8.0. So most of the people has started to use it. So what we will do it today in this video, I will let you know how we can install this latest edition into our desktop workstation, and we will dig into, like, not a deep dive, but yes, we'll go through the overview and just have a little uh, exposure of this hypervisor, how it looks like, and what's new. So I will just let you know from where you can download the ISO file and how you can install it over your laptop through VMware Workstation. Alright, so let's start it. So what you have to do is you have to connect through this website. You can see here, like, you have to connect through this website, and from this website you will get so many options to download your vSphere. So it's all about essentials, essential plus standard. But what I have downloaded is I have downloaded this one for the desktop. Yes. And what configuration I am using currently, I will just show you. I will let you show. So I will just show you what configuration is I am using. So currently I am using a Dell laptop. It's a Latitude 7490 model with 16 GB RAM, and yes, it's a good specs, having a i7 8th generation CPU. So it's kinda supporting 8.0. Most of the CPU doesn't support 7.0, and still people are stuck on hypervisor ESXi 6.5 and into 6.7. So if your PC does support, and if your PC supports, you must install it, and you can check what's new inside this 8.0 edition. So let's download it. I have already downloaded it. So you can download it through this link. You can just Google VMware 8 download, and you can redirect from this link. Alright, so here we are. So I have chosen VMware Vsphere Esxi 8.0. Go to downloads. It will redirect you to another web page, and from here you can download now. I will download the ISO image because I'm going to install it through the VMware Workstation. So I have already downloaded it. So you have to click on download now, and yes, you must be logged in. So this is my login ID, which already been saved into this browser. So I will just click on the sign in, and it will let me sign in. Okay, so it's not permitting me to download the full version. So but yes, we can download the trial version. So I will just click on the download trial. Because a trial is more than enough to check out the features. So yes, you can see that the evaluation period will be for only 60 days. So I have already been downloaded. That's why it's showing, because I have downloaded it yesterday itself. So what you have to do is you have to click on manually download, and the download will be started. But yes, so you can see the download has started, but I'm not going to download it because I have already the ISO image with myself. So I'm canceling it. Okay. Alright, so I'll close this browser, and I will move you to the next screen, that is VMware Workstation. Yes, so I have already installed this. I have already checked it, but I will let you show what you have to do, and what would be the requirement if you want to install a virtual machine over this ESXi. So first I will delete this. I will just delete this, so I will show you from start. So you have to go in manage and delete from disk. So it will delete everything permanently. Alright, now I will choose file, new virtual machine, and you have to do next. And yes, you have to choose whatever the best is. So I'll choose the image, browse, and the image as saved in documents. So I'll just select the ISO from here and I will choose next. Okay, from this wizard you will get each and every option, so choose once you read it carefully, then you have to do next. Anyhow, so I'll choose VMware ESXi because I'm installing ESXi, and the version is greater than 7, so I will choose this VMware ESXi 7 and later because it is not listed here, so don't get confused. You only have to choose it like the ESXi 7 and later and do next. Alright, so you have to put a name for your VM, so I'll just I have just copied that folder name, so it's perfect for me. VMware vSphere Hypervisor ESXi 8.0. I can just delete those zeros so we will not get confused. Okay, so from this particular tab you have to choose the location of your VM where all those virtual hard drives and configuration will get saved. So this is also okay for me, and just to let you show this is okay for me, I will do next. Yes, and here you have to give an space. You have to put a space for your hard drive, how much you are going to use. Like for your hypervisor you have to choose 2 hard drive here, so one you have to select from here and another one you have to add later on from the configuration. So to install VMware, I think 20 GB will more than sufficient, and I will select store virtual disk as a single file. I do not want to split my virtual hard drive into multiple files, so I will choose just one because all those hard drive will be into one, and I will choose finish. But before finish I can customize the hardware, or whatever the hardware you want to add you can add from here. So 4 gig RAM would not be enough, so I'll go with the 8 GB because I have 16 GB RAM itself in my laptop, so I can allot 8 GB to this machine. And processor I'll increase 2 by 2, so 4 virtual processor will this VM will allocate it. And as I said earlier that you have to allot another hard drive as a data store, so all the virtual machine the new machines which you create will get saved on that particular data store. So I have to add another hard drive. Okay, so I'll choose add over from here, and you have to select a hard drive. So yes, where's the hard drive? I can't see that. CD, DVD, floppy, sound, parallel. Okay, where's the hard drive? I can't see the hard drive, so I'll just finish it off and I will choose it from another menu. Okay, so your ISOs, yes, our ISO is already mounted over here. You can see that. So once we run the VM, it can boot from that ISO. But yes, I have to add another virtual hard drive, so I'll finish it off. And yes, once you finish it off, then your VM will be here, your machine will be here, but we don't have to power on right now. I'll go in the edit virtual machine setting once again, and from here I will add another hard drive. So I'll choose add hard disk, and yes, ESXi is recommended, so yes, create a new virtual disk. Yes. Okay, so now I have to put a great amount of virtual drive for our data storage, because all the VMs will be if you want to go for a lab, I would recommend you approx 100 GB, because I'm going to install XP in this ESXi. So that's a will have a minimum requirement of at least 5 to 10 GB. So I will just allocate 100 GB or around okay, I'll give it 60 GB and split no allocate this split now. Okay, so I'll choose this as a single file and allocate all this space now. So if you choose as a allocate all this space now, all space would be provided as right now. It doesn't depends like the space has been consumed or not. It's like work as a thick file. So all the space will be allocated right now. All right. So next, and if you want to give some virtual like any name to your hard drive, this is your virtual hard drive extension VMDK. So if you want to give any hard drive name, you can put it over here, but I do not want to change anything, so I let it go like this. Okay, right now so our disk is creating. Let it create. It could take a little bit of time, so let it go. Don't be in a hurry. Give it a time. So it will going to take approx a minute, I think so. So I will wait for that. But must remember, you must have like a good amount of storage in the drive where you have given the path for these all VMs. So I am doing this in my like you can see that the disk file is C uses the base of the documents. So this is going to be saved in C drive. So your C drive must have at least 100 GB of space free, 60 GB for the hard drive and another 20 GB for your hypervisor. Alright, ESXi. So both, if I conclude, so 80 GB space at least you should require, you must have in your C drive. Yeah, so the drive has already been created, so we will do nothing else. We will just select OK, and yes, we are good to go. If any error comes in between that, we will try to resolve it. So I have selected my VMware vSphere hypervisor, and I'm going to power this virtual machine. So this is the first screen. Yes, so already the ISO has been mounted and it's started to boot. So this is the first screen you see once your VMware hypervisor ready to install. And yes, I'm very sorry about my English, so it's not that much good, but yes, I always try to like so it can be improved. So you have to like be very patient. If anything like hangs in between that, so don't be like tensed. You just have to be like keep and calm. Everything will be like fine. Everything will install like at a very smoothly. So don't get tensed. Yes, it's going to be very smooth. The only thing is your PC must support it like ESXi 8.0. Even I was not aware. You can check. Yes, you can check the technical data sheet. What CPU and what workstations are supported in ESXi 8.0. I haven't read all those technical sheets. I just downloaded this ISO and started to roll it out and started to install it. So yesterday I have done all those installations, and even I tried to install an VM over that. So everything was smooth, so I thought why should not I make a video on that, so another people could also aware that how is this interface of this ESXi 8.0. Till now everything seems very good, everything is going very fine. So I'm just waiting that no error comes in between. I hope so, no error will come, because sometimes if your PC doesn't support, so it's will let you give an error that your PC doesn't support and you don't the criteria doesn't meet. So here we can see that the ESXi 8.0 has restarted once, and now this notification has come like welcome to the VMware ESXi 8.0, and it says that it's only support on most systems, but only compatibility guide is supported. So you have to check the compatibility if you want, if there is some errors comes, so you can check it over here on this at this link. Okay, so I'll do continue. So for the continue I have to press enter, and I have to accept this ULA, so end user license agreement I have to accept. So for that I have to press F11. Now it's scanning for all the devices. Alright, so as we have created our two virtual hard drives, so this has been listed here. So we are going to install our this ESXi on this 20 GB virtual drive, and the rest 60 GB we will use as a data store for our virtual machines. So just follow the on screen and press accordingly the key. So now here I have to provide a root password, so I'll keep it an easy one so I can remember it, because I forgot the things very easily. So I have put my name over here. Alright, the installer is configured to, alright, it's been configured, the disk will be repartitioned. So the disk has been going to be like repartitioned, formatted, it will format by itself. So this installation process will take care itself, so you just have to follow the on screen. So I'll press F11 to install. So meanwhile I want to let you know that I have already downloaded the Windows XP ISO. So you can see Windows XP ISO is already here with me. So once the hypervisor gets installed, I will show you how to install this Windows XP in this year 2022 at yeah, so the installation is been completed. You can see that installation complete, and ESXi 8.0 has been installed successfully. So and it's running in evolution mode for 60 days. So after the 60 days you need a license to get all of those features anyhow. So we are using it for lab, so we don't need that. So there is two options: remove the installation media before rebooting, reboot the servers to start using. So I will just select as a remove the installation media, so ISO will get unmounted, and our ESXi will get booted. So I have pressed enter, and yes, it's rebooting, and once it reboot, ESXi will get live. So whatever these things, yeah, these things are like happening in this background. Later on you don't need that because it will be like kept aside, and you only need to interact with the browser. Once we like set our IPs and all and configure this machine, we don't need this anymore. But to see only, we are not going to change any IP over here. We will use as a DSCP. So whatever the IP assigned by DSCP pool, we will use that. So the services has been being started. Alright, so this is the final screen which you can see over here. To manage this host, go to this particular IP address and you can manage through this IP address. So if you want to change, you can change this IP address as a static one, but I'm not going to do anything because we are using it as a lab. So what will we do? We will just try to log in through this particular IP address 192.168.66.128. So I'll minimize this screen and we will go to our Google Chrome. Okay, so you can see that once I try to log in through this IP address, so we are getting this ESXi screen. So this is the final. So this is the final step. That's like tell you that your solution has been successfully like done, and if you can achieve this browser screen, so you get to know that the solution has been successfully done. So whatever the root password you have set it at the time of installation, just put it over here. If you want, you can just uncheck this and you can go ahead, because once you checked it, VMware Custom Experience Improvement Program, you can join yourself in that program to improve this ESXi 8.0 errors and now logs will be collected. So I have unchecked and done OK. Alright, so you can see that this is the first screen where you can see all of your like CPU utilization, how much CPU is free and how much has been allocated, how much RAM is free, and how much the total RAM has been like allocated. But in storage, you can see that there is no storage has been assigned. So we'll check what's wrong over here. We'll go to the storage, and you can see there is no storage over here. So we'll try to create a new data store. Okay, so we have to, that's why I told you at the time of solution you need at least 2 hard drive. At the first drive you have to install the hypervisor, and the second would be used for your virtual machine. So here you can put a name for your data store. So I'll just give you a simple name, data store, and we can go ahead. Next. So this is the current extension. So I'll go with the VMF6, and yes, I'll use all the space. And you have to just press next and finish. The entire content of the disks are about to be erased and replaced with the specified configuration. Are you sure? Yes, I'm very sure. Alright, so we have created our 60 GB data store. So in this data store, we will install our first virtual machine, that is Windows XP. So what you can do is I can install from here, and even even I can add this particular ESXi host in our VMware workstation. So what I'm going to do is I'll attach connect to server. Yes, I will attach this ESXi into this workstation, and we will do everything from here only. So 192.168. Always trust this host with the certificate and connect anyway. Do you want to remember the login information? So if you say yes, remember, so it will not going to ask you the password further. Alright, so you can see that the same thing you can see over here, and from here only you can create new virtual machines also. So from I have selected the current 66128 IP, and from here I will create a new virtual machine. Go with the options, and I have to select Microsoft Windows because I'm going to install Microsoft Windows XP, and you have to check out what version you are going to install. So I have installed downloaded the 64-bit ISO, so I'll select next, and yes, you have to put the virtual machine name and how much disk space you want to put. So I'll give it as a 15 GB would be more than enough. Okay, power on this virtual machine, no, because I have to add, yes, I have to add the ISO file, I have to mount it. So go into the customization, and here you can use the ISO. Alright, so if you choose this option, okay, it will search the ISO from, it will try to allocate the ISO from the data store, but the ISO is listed, it's been in my laptop, so I have to choose it as a local client over here. And once you choose the local client, then you can choose the local drive, you can access the local drive, okay, of your laptop. So from here I have to choose the Windows XP ISO, and once you chosen, so okay, let it as connected power on. So once I power on this drive, this VM, ISO will start to run. Okay, press F6 if you need to install third party SCSI driver. No, because installation has started. I have shown you this option because from VMware Workstation you can easily mount your local hard drive ISO, and if you go through the installation here, you will not able to put your local image file directly into this browser. So that's why I have chosen to install Windows XP through the VMware Workstation only. So this portion of the setup program prepares Microsoft Windows to run on your computer. Enter continue. Yes, enter continue. F8 I agree. Yes, F8 I agree. And partition. So we have allocated only 15 gigs of the drive. So that's why it's showing the 15 gigs only. So let install on this virtual hard drive. C create partition, enter install. I will just install it. Format the partition using the NTFS file system. Yes. So we'll choose the quick option. So this is the fastest Windows XP I am installing first time, because when I was installing it earlier in the time on the actual machine, it was taking a lots of time, but now the day has changed and there is no use of Windows XP. I'm just going into the past and trying to dig into the how is the Windows XP is looking like in 2022. So finally the installation has completed and it's asking for the reboot. So let me reboot it. Wow, so it's been an era I'm installing Windows XP for the first time after an I really don't remember when I have installed it. So it's still the another step is pending. So let wait for the installation. So at this moment I don't have the product key, so I have to Google it and let me check and product key is available or not. So this is the product key which I found from the Google. So let's check it's working or not. The product ID event is not valid. I have tried to Google some other product key. Let's see it's working or not. Alright, so this one has worked. That's very nice. This one has worked. So I'll not choose any password. Let's see. Just go next. So this is the final installation of Windows XP. You can see that it's already been installed. So it was just to demonstrate you is it Windows XP installing or not through VMware Vsphere 8.0. If you still want to use it, you can just install the VMware tools over it and you can use it. So I hope you people still like this video, and if you really found this video useful for you, I really expect a subscribe and comment from you. So we'll meet same with some other content, with a good content actually. So please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and yes, please like this video. Thank you. Have a good day.